Hey guys, I wanted to show you how to use your calculator. So this is for high school students who are kind of new to using a calculator. In uni, the rules around calculators are a bit different. They will either not allow a calculator on your math exams and tests, or if you're taking like a different kind of course or math, then they will only allow a very specific calculator to be used that's available at the bookstore. So that being said, um, this calculator I find a bit better, a lot better actually. It's very intuitive to use. This was a bit expensive, but you can find knockoff ones as well. This one, on the other hand, is a bit cheaper, and it is not that user friendly, to be honest. You'll see what I mean. So the first thing I wanted to show you was how to deal with fractions on either type of calculator. So the thing is, you might have a Casio one that is not this, and obviously not this, but your Casio button may have the same looking buttons, and if I'm showing you how to do it on this, I'm essentially showing you how to do it on your calculator. For example, specifically, your calculator may have this button and this button. So this button for fractions, this button for exponents. So we'll go through that. Okay, in this one, what I can do is I can do 3 divided by 4. I get 0.75. If I had done 18 over 3, it's let me say 18 over 2. No, come on. What is the fraction? So 3 over 4, so 12 over no, that would not work. 16 over 10 over 12. Okay, 10 over 12, right? So when I enter this, it gives me 5 over 6, so it simplifies the fraction for me. So this is like an advanced thing the calculator does, which I'm supposed to be doing myself. Okay, so this can be used for cheating. Other calculators, when you plug that in, it will simply give you 0.83. Okay, so let's see, 10 divided by 12, right? So first of all, I won't be able to enter it like this. I'll show you why that's important. But either way, okay. So 10 divided by 12. Okay, 5 over 6, I get it. It does that. But for other things, it won't give an exact answer. It's not really intuitive how to make it say decimals, but I figured out that you have to press fractions to decimals. And now it says it in decimals. Okay. What was the other thing? So sometimes you'll be working with a lot of stuff in a lot of calculations line by line. So what you want to do is do a significant portion on your calculator, like instead of doing every little thing on your calculator. So for example, if I'm doing here sine 30 times 5 over 7 plus 3. Okay, this makes it visually easy for me to see what I'm doing. On this one, depending on what I entered first, I would have to write 5 sine 30, close the bracket, and then open a bracket again, but then I close the bracket, and then I divide by 7, and then I close the bracket again, and then add 3, but that's going to give me a syntax error, so I have to go to the back again and press this, but it won't work. So I have to press second, insert So it allows me to insert a character. Now if I press enter, it gives me the answer in decimal form. In this one, it gives me in fraction form. It gives me the answer in the fraction form. Okay. And decimal if I need it. So, that being said, did I enter something incorrectly? Yeah. I was supposed to write 5 here. So I have to press insert 5. 5 cent. Okay, that's not what we're. Oh, because it's in radians. Okay, we'll get to that. So this was about fractions and simplifying fractions, then trying to do a lot of things in the same input. And the second thing I want to get to is exponents. So 3 to the power of 2 is 9. So this, actually, I could have just said 3 to the power of 2 is 9, but this allows me to type in like a specific number other than 2, which I guess every calculator lets you do that. So, so 3 to the power of 2 is 9, okay? So you should know that this is for exponents, whether it looks like this or whether it looks like one of these. Okay, and then square root. So square root of 25. Let me, what? Yeah, 50. So square root of 25 is 5, which, as you know, is what it's giving me. And square root, so for this one, I have to press second square root 25 equals 5, okay? But this is what I was saying, that if I put 50 instead, then, okay, let's do 50 instead here. I should have 51 maybe. Okay, let's try 50. How do I delete one button at a time? That's fine. So you also want to know how to use the backspace button, which I don't know how to use right now. Okay. So what was I doing? Square root of 50. Okay, so you would get this answer, and you might put that as the answer, but they want you to leave the exact values as your answer in grade 11, 12, and probably even grade 10. What this will do is it will give you the exact answer, and it will simplify it. Okay, it can also give you the decimal. So this is kind of cheating, because if that is what your final answer is, right, then you should know how to get this yourself. But this does it for you, so that's another thing. So it has 2 features we've seen so far. It's easy to use, it has a better display, and it's it gives you output which actually makes more sense, or something that your teacher wants to see. But it's just that sometimes the output is something you have to get to organically, okay? So, or what I mean by that is that they expect you to use their methods to get to it. Yeah, rather than just using a calculator. So that being said, that was about square root and square. And the next thing is, I think that's pretty much all of it. And I think, in case I didn't, I did actually. So one thing you really want to know how to do is, like, remember that big equation I did? So I want to use this, so I'll say plus 0. So I get the same answer. Okay, now what I can say, instead of writing 47 over 15 plus 1, I can just say answer plus 1. Okay, this has something similar to going up, and then when you type answer, it gives you the most recent thing. So I just like to add a plus 0, get the answer, and then I would say I can either type plus 1 so that it gives the answer, but sometimes what I want to do is I want to say something like, yeah, so square root, oops, clear, square root of the answer, yeah, definitely. So then it gives me this. Same concept with this one. Square root is actually here. Don't have to press a print button. Second button. Gives me this. Okay. So I hope that helps. That's pretty much all the common things you need to know. But I will say that for trigonometry, you need to make sure your output is in the correct format, a correct measure. So for example, if I type sine 30, right now it's giving me the answer in degrees, which is good for grade 11. I think maybe even grade 12. Yeah, I think in grade 12 they have you use radians. So you would have to see how to get in the settings and change it to radians when you're supposed to. Okay, and then change it back. Shift 3. Okay, anyway, sine 30. So it works for the new output actually. So on this one, so if I type in sine of 30, it's giving me this thing, but I want to change it to degrees. I press that, change it to degrees, press enter, equals, and now it's giving me the answer. Okay, I think that was it. Alright, thanks.